So hi, welcome to Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
We're here with
Emei.
We're asking some questions today about her new EP, Rabbit Hole. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the EP so far?
Oh, it's been so awesome. I'm so excited about the project, and it's been really incredible just hearing everybody's reactions to it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It fucking rips.
Oh yeah,
Thank
EP
you.
is incredible. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, hell yeah. And is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
Yeah, always. I mean, I think that Rabbit Hole for me, I wrote all these songs over the course of like 2 years. And for me, when I write music, it's journal entries.
Mhm.
And I noticed that all these songs, all my favorite songs were about anxiety and like panic attacks. And when I wrote Rabbit Hole, I was like, this is the perfect title to all of this to symbolize how I was feeling when I was writing those songs. Yeah.
Hell yeah. And any meaning behind the cover art?
Oh, the cover art. Yes. We had a fun time kind of drawing from like bigger than life feeling. I really wanted my hair to get longer and longer through each cover art in the EP.
Yeah.
And this last one was just like the one where I'm sitting in all of the hair, and the red color just felt right when I was listening to the songs. I wanted to like really center on red.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was kind of it. It was just like hair, 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 hair.
Just hair. That's
Hair.
the general census. Hair.
Hair.
Love it.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Exactly.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to just follow my instincts and intuition when I'm writing, and I treat it like journal entries. So I go in and I'm like, I've been feeling weird about this. And then we write and we write and we write until it unpacks and it unfurls into a song. So it's very natural. It's not super like intentional in the sense that I'm like, I must write a song about this today, but it's more so like, this is how I've been feeling. And then we kind of unpack it. So it's kind of like therapy. And then when it all comes together in the end, it normally just clicks. Something about it. At some point, everything just clicks. And I just like let it flow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there's always just like an aha moment.
Yes, exactly. Because when you're writing, like I feel like it's not clear where things will land. Like I'm just writing like to have fun, basically. I'm just writing and making things. And then while I'm writing, I think it's important not to question where it will lead until it leads there. And then you're like, this is sick. Awesome.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
so you're never writing for like an EP or an album. You're just writing for the sake of writing, and then it shows itself.
Most of the time, that's the case. And then sometimes, though, like towards the end of the process, the editing is very intentional. So in the beginning, when we're just like throwing paint at the walls, so it's very natural. And I try not to put any limitations on it, just to let it kind of go its course. But yeah.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Solid. Right. So what song off the EP took the longest to write, and then which one is your personal favorite?
Ooh. I think Rabbit Hole took the longest to get to the point that it got to, basically. Like we wrote it in October of last year on my birthday, which was a good time. And it was a birthday session in the sense I'm a very intense birthday girl. Like I like to like get the food that I want.
Yeah,
I like
right.
the things that I want to do.
Mhm.
And I was like unsure about doing a session because I was like, technically it's work, but at the same time, like I just wanted to write that day. So it was awesome. But the song kind of like lived in this demo form where I was like, this is great. There's something to it, but I'm just going to let it like live in the folder for a while. And we didn't open it back up for like half a year to a year. And then we rewrote the entire chorus. Like it was like a lot of editing. So that one definitely took a bit longer. Whereas like Nine Lives, like the day that we wrote it was like the final form. Like that was like done, sent off. Yeah.
Gotcha. You mentioned this EP, all encompassing, took about 2 years, correct?
Yeah.
So were you kind of working on it as you were finishing up the last record? Like, can you give a timeline, like where this fits into the overall timeline of everything?
For sure. Yeah. I tend to write pretty chronologically, and each project feels like it encapsulates a certain part of my life. But at the same time, like when I'm writing the projects, they bleed into each other for sure. So
Gotcha.
like when I'm finishing Scatterbrain, like I was also writing some of the Rabbit Hole songs.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So like Nine Lives, I think I might have even written like mid-end of an era, like my first EP time. So it kind of like bleeds and flows, but most of it was written the beginning of this year, like the end of last year, the beginning of this year.
Gotcha. Makes sense. So for this question, I want you to pick your favorite lyric off the EP and tell us the meaning behind it.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let me think. My brain is fried right now because I'm jet lagged AF. Let me think. I should be able to do this. I feel like there was parts of Nine Lives is just like my favorite, honestly. Like the whole chorus lyrically is my favorite. How many times can I say sorry? How many times will you take me back? Within it, it just felt like my most vulnerable and honest and scary song that I wrote. And it felt kind of just like me being like, how many times can I mess up until people give up on me? And that was, yeah, I think that chorus just makes me feel, it's like write out the pros and cons until you cross me off. Like that entire chorus, I'm really obsessed with.
Hell yeah.
Solid. All right. And would you be able to tell us where your headspace is at while you're creating the EP?
Yeah. Where's my headspace at? Obviously anxious. It was a very anxious EP, which was like interesting because I didn't even realize I was feeling that way. Like I think that when I write, it's very reflective. And when I listen back, I'm like, oh, that's how I was feeling. I didn't even know. Like most of the time, that's what happens. And so yeah, this whole EP was just pretty anxious, but it was fun to write. Honestly, I feel like it made me feel a lot better by writing and processing my emotions that way.
For sure, using it as an outlet.
Yeah,
exactly.
So then, obviously the EP itself is anxiety, but what did you kind of feel going into releasing? I know it's been out about a month at this point, but what were the feelings like as you were starting to roll it out?
So excited because the visual elements of this EP it was just so much fun to make. Like it was very different from my last few EPs in the sense that I wanted a visualizer for every song and I wanted the visualizers to like continue within each other. And that was just so much fun. We made it in like 2 days. Every single cover art I was obsessed with, every video. And so it was exciting to just show everybody what I've been working on.
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to CP for the first time? Should you do in the car with friends and talk with headphones on? Is work at EP, party EP? What do you personally recommend?
Watch party, full visualizers, like 5, just watch it through. I have like, I think it's 5 separate videos, but I have this one video on YouTube that's like 13 minutes long and it's all connected and there's transitions and it's just so lit. So yeah, I would recommend doing that. Get some popcorn, buy it. It's great.
Make it a whole thing. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And this one should be super, super quick off the top of your head. I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words, no more, no less.
Ooh, noise. Discomfort.
Ooh.
Smooth.
What was the last one?
Smooth.
Ooh.
I don't know why it came out of my mouth. We're going with it.
I'll roll with it. Yeah, hell yeah.
I kind of sort of see it.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm just, who knows?
Yeah, I'll trust the process.
Yeah. And in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the EP?
Ooh, I want it to be, what's the word? I have a word in mind, but I'm like blanking right now. It's like when you listen to something and then immediately feel a release. Yeah, I would say like listening to it should make you feel like you're releasing anxiety. Like it should be almost meditative in the sense that like when you're listening through, it's a journey of feeling bad and then feeling better. And that's what I want people to go into it with.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Hell yeah. And are you able to touch on any particularly challenging or standout moments during the creation of the EP, positive or negative?
9 Lives is sticking with me today for some reason. I think that song was a scary song to write. It was the first time I was working with Matt Kahane and he produced it. Like literally stranger, like we walked in and I was like, hi, I'm Emei. It was like completely first session. And then somehow we started by writing about like death. Like it was a very strange session. Whereas like me and Liv just started talking about how we get really sad on airplanes, really random. Then we like kept talking, and then 9 lives happened. And it was just like a very, very emotional day and a strange experience because it was with someone that I didn't know at all. But he made me feel so comfortable and welcome that, like, yeah, the song came to be what it is because of it. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Ooh, I'm literally so hungry right now. So that's a great question.
We got plenty of food questions.
I know. I'm like, oh wait, let's go. I love Lifesaver gummies. Niche, but I do love them a lot. I'm a big like gummy mochi girl. Like anything sticky is awesome. So yeah, that and then jalapeno chips for sure.
Ooh, fuck yeah. The kettle ones?
Oh, the kettle ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Hell yeah.
Those are my options. Yep.
Yeah.
Solid. And on the topic of food, if your music project was a dish, what dish would it be and why?
Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's so hard. I'm gonna say hot pot.
Ooh, okay.
Also don't know why it's out of my mouth. It came out and now it's happening. So
gotta work with it now.
I mean, I just got back from Asia like 2 days ago. And I was eating a lot of hot pot. And I feel like something about my music, it's a bunch of like emotions and thoughts thrown into like a pot. And then I kind of like cook. And then that's the song.
Hell yeah. Let her cook. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for the last couple questions, it's going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Wow, lots of food questions, guys.
I told you, lots of food.
Okay, last meal with a drink. Again, because I just came back from Asia and it was the awesomest time ever. I grew up eating Chinese food, specifically like a lot of like different dishes of like meats and veggies and fried rice and all those things. And so I would want like a full spread of Chinese food, like full, like at least like 8 dishes, like a feast. And that's what I want. Yeah. But with a drink, I'm thinking drink. I really like mango lassies and I haven't had one in so long and randomly, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Or milkshake. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Solid. And if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Well, the obvious answer for me would be Alice in Wonderland because my EP is Alice in Wonderland themed. So I'm immediately like, I want to go into the world with the talking and singing flowers. That sounds awesome. So yeah, I would want to do that, but it probably wouldn't be comforting. It would be more so like a really strange experience.
Yeah, you kind of something to definitely stick with you after the week. Yeah.
Like I would probably think about it for a really long time. I don't know if it would be positive or negative. I'm not sure. So
an experience nonetheless.
An experience.
Yeah. And I've thought of asking the last question. Every single person I've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
Specific shade of purple?
Dark purple, like not lavender.
Ooh.
Dark.
Yeah, like a royal.
But I gotta say that my colors change also on a daily basis. So that's my immediate vibe right now.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Feeling purple.
Feeling purple.
Hell yeah. Well, as I said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Tour. I'm going on tour in the spring of 2025. I'm so excited. It's the longest tour I have ever been on. Will be on. So yeah, I'm just super pumped. It's gonna be awesome because I'm gonna lean into the rabbit hole world and turn that into a live experience. And shows are just my favorite part of my job. So I'm super excited about it, and you should go.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for listening. It's been Emei, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.